Just a quick one, lads. Use my affiliate link in the description to get yourself some bargain football gums from Kitbag and support the channel in the process. Just make sure you use that link. Welcome back to the Kieran Cullen Football Channel. It's one of the crowd favourite series on this channel. Let's get straight into it. Tortas de steak sandwich at CF Monterrey. 100 peso. £4. Ooh, okay. £4. Looks like a reasonable size. Now, as we established, I'm not a foodie. This can work, okay? I don't eat steak, but this could work. £4 or 100 peso, and I think you're scranning. I think you're doing a solid scran with this one. I don't know why they've given you a fork. Just use your hands, mate. Just hold it like that. But I'll take a free fork. It is plastic, though, so sort of ruining the environment there and, you know, killing the planet. So that is not good, not the good. But if it tastes good, then swings and roundabouts, really, isn't it? Salt and pepper loaded chips at Notts County, £7.50. I don't know. I don't like the crap on the top, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want loaded. Give me the chicken. I want the chicken. I want some of the sauce. I don't want. What are you giving me? What, gherkins or some crap? Don't give me gherkins. Don't give me. Oh, I don't like the texture of peppers. You know, I like spicy things. I just don't like the texture of like peppery things or like tomatoes. It's not for me. That's all. £7.50. It looks like a decent portion. Or what is that? Is that aubergine? I've got no idea, to be honest. I'm gonna say scran. I think it's a scran to a normal human, not to me. I would not eat that. I would eat around that. Tropeiro, beans, rice, fried egg, crackling, pork steak, tomato sauce and cabbage and Mineiro. £3. I'm not gonna lie, lads. It looks like a cow pat. It really does. Or it looks like darkened brain matter. That's not a scran. The rigidity of the foil housing also does not have me convinced. That feels like quite a malleable material, and it's just gonna be, you're gonna be like grips in it like that underneath, and I don't like. Give me a rigid plate, please. Give me a porcelain plate or ceramic plate that I can launch into the players afterwards, all right, and do some serious damage. This is a no scran from me because it looks like a cow pat and coagulated semen. Sausage at Lichtenberg 47, £1.70. Oh my god, it is literally it's a raw dog. Oh my god. You can't be. Where's the bun? The bun's tissue. You can't just be holding a raw dog. That's like asking for a pizza and they just give you puree and cheese on the tissue. That's not asking for a BLT and they just come over and slice some tomatoes into your hand. You need the edible wrapper of the bun. You can't just be eating a sausage on its own. That is insane. That is remarkable. It's impressive. Impressive so much that I would say scran it. But the tissue's going to get stuck and tear off onto the sausage with the sauce. This is atrocious. This is insane, but I would eat it for funny value. Why, Germany? Come on. That's got to be a joke by them. A practical joke. Oh my god. Premium rare Kobe beef bowl, brackets Wagyu, with rice and a beer at Vissel Kobe. £15, beer included. Beer included. Beer included. Now, I don't eat beef, but I've tried Wagyu. And let me tell you now, I would be eating this. I would seize the opportunity for £15 or 2,500 yen, Japanese yen. Fuck yeah. Look at that. What, do you get a bit of seaweed with it? Yes, please. I'd be mashing up this thing. I don't know what the white sauce is on the left there. Sauces tend to weird me out. I'm trying to get past it. Don't worry. It's a journey. A never-ending journey. But I'll smash that red meat. I'll smash the rice. I'll smash the seaweed. And I will smash that beer into smithereens. And I'll smash my bank account with the £15 purchase, which is actually quite good if you're getting a beer and food. But I also do live in London, and I've lived in London for about 5-6 years now. So my idea of pricing is absolutely atrocious at this point. Because if I can get a beer for £5.50, I'm like, yes. That's a bargain. Whereas if you get a beer for £5.50 elsewhere in the country, it's like, I'm gonna be digging out a mortgage lake. Chicharron, pork rinds and nuts. Club Cienciano, Cusco, Peru, 5 soles, or £1. It looks cute. I reckon it tastes nice. Right, it probably weirds me out in my head a little bit, but I eat bacon, so yeah, that £1. I'm a simple man, and I reckon you just get get 3 of them. You know what I mean? Let your heart be like, ooh, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fat and stuff, and you're gonna die, mate. But I reckon that's pretty solid, to be honest. £1, easily a scran. Pizza slicer, Antigua GFC, Guatemala, 10 quetzal. I've never even heard of that as a currency, but I've heard of a bloody good bargain. 95p for a slice of pizza. Now, it's not the biggest slice, but it looks bloody satisfying. Don't feel like I need the bit of cardboard, to be honest. That really seems like a waste of paper. I could probably just hold that with a tissue. I assume it's relatively rigid. It could be a bit floppy. It looks like there's enough cheese on there that will keep it intact. That makes me hungry. That really does. That is quite clearly an obvious scran. 95p. Yes, yes please. Which actually doesn't sound like a bargain. Because you say you get about 12 slices of the pizza, and a lot of the time you'll get Domino's and it's £12. So I don't know if it's a bargain. But can you argue for anything under a quid? No, you can't. Scran. Burger and pint at Arsenal. They might be in second place, but is their food top tier, champions worthy? £12.50. Pint included in the price. Very important here. A bit underwhelming. The burger patty. Although I like stuff a little bit overdone, I feel like I'd want it to be a bit more, closer to the edge of the bun. The sauce in the bun is a fascinating prospect, because it just looks like the bun's like soiled itself. If a bun could like piss itself or poo itself, I feel like that's what it would look like. Obviously the fake cheese, I'll try and look past that, but I just, it doesn't look connected or melted enough that I couldn't just flip it off into some other person's gullet. £12.50 is a lot. Okay, I would err on the side of like, I don't have high expectations for football scran. So it doesn't have to be amazing for me to be like, oh, scran it. And then when you get a pint included. So in London, you're going to be paying £6 for a pint pretty much everywhere at this point, which is absolutely outrageous, but you get used to it. So is that burger worth £6.50? No. No, it's not. No, just buy the pint and just buy another pint instead. It's not, the burger's not worth it. No scran. Chicken gyros box with chips underneath at Hull City. Oh, okay. I'll take it. You know what? £6.75. That's like a good portion, and knowing there's chips underneath is pretty enticing. And I'd eat it. I'd even have a go with the tomatoes. Okay, I'll give it a go whilst I'm there. Unadulterated scranage, that one. Good price. Oh, from the Women's FA Cup final at Wembley. Biscoff Donut, £5.50. Oh, you don't usually get a lot of dessert treats. And now I would bring into question who would be eating sweet treats at the football. It's a slightly odd thing to do, if I'm being perfectly honest. But if I saw that Biscoff donut, £5.50 is a lot. That's a lot of money. However, how often do you see a Biscoff donut, let alone that one that looks like it has such a sandy Biscoff complexion like that one does? I would be scranning it, but I feel it'd be a one-off scran, a special occasion scran, because it's an expensive scran. But I reckon it tastes just as rich as it costs. Sticking with the Women's FA Cup final, we get on to chicken strips and chips with buffalo mayo, £11.50. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm asking for. I am the target audience of fussy eating. That's what I want at the football. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Put my sauce in a little pipette, and then let me decide, because I might not want the sauce. I might not be brave enough at the counter to say, no sauce, please. So it depends how I feel. I might be feeling confident that day. It's 4 chicken strips, fill you up. Not an amazing amount of chips, fill you up. £11.50 is a lot, okay? That's a meal, which is sort of killing it for me. It's a scran, okay, it's a scran it, but I'm actually going to say an official no scran it, because £11.50 is extortionate. You should be getting a pint with that for £11.50, if I'm being brutally honest. That and the pint, and people would be like, a scran it, actually, that's a scran it. No pint, just that. That's a fortune. Simple but effective. €3.20 for a mahu and a quality bag of salt and vinegar crisps at Menorca. That is £2.80 for a pint. Itself is amazing. And then you get some crisps. I'm not really bothered about the crisps, to be honest. How much is a pint normally if a packet of crisps along with it is £2.80? Incredible. It's an obvious scran it. It's more like a bargain scran it. If you just said a pint for £2.80, I'd be like, yeah, scran it. The crisps just feel like a freebie extra, to be honest. But it's a scran, it's an obvious scran it. And they're fighting the good fight. You know, food has got up all around Europe and especially in the UK right now. But it turns out in Menorca, they're just fucking giving it away. What do they know that we don't? We return to the United Kingdom to another Premier League club, a London club, and a hot dog at Chelsea for £6. What is that? You can have hot dog size of the bun. That works. Exact same bread to hot dog ratio. You can have hot dog extending out the bun of the side like a little floppy bugger, because then you can eat each end like a little seductive mistress that you are. What you can't do is seemingly break another hot dog in two and then pop a smaller part of the dog inside the vessel of the bun. And the vessel of the bun, albeit the bread looking pretty good quality, looking dry as F, it's not good enough. It's a bad dog. Bad dog. Not good boy, bad boy. I would ask for some barbecue sauce. I prefer barbecue sauce. I'm not a big fan of tomato sauce or mustard, but you got to get something at least. It's a bad scran. It's a no scran from me. For £6 as well. Chelsea are bad at almost everything. They've got an American bloke in charge now. He can sort out the food and give you something heart-stopping. Maybe with a free magazine of ammo. Wagyu Bowl, which is fried chicken, rice, spring onions, soy sauce and mayonnaise. Kashiwa Reiso, £4.70. Oh my God. Japan come in clutch every single time. They might not like foreigners, but they're bloody enticing this one. Scran. Easy scran. Easy scran. Easy simple scran. I like soy sauce. I like the chicken. Well, I like fried chicken. I like rice, spring onions. I don't really like them, but I can flick them off, to be honest. I think they ruin a lot of things. And mayonnaise, love it. Easy. 800 yen. Take my money. Take it. But it's quite a long flight there, and I can't be bothered. If I had to fly 14 hours to Japan, I'd have to save up or get someone to sponsor me so I could go in business class or something. I've never been in business class, but I lose my mind on a 2-hour flight, so I could not conceivably sit in like a normal seat for 14 hours. I just couldn't do it. Pork shank, sausage, and cheese sandwich at Corinthians, £4.80. It's a good price point to quantity ratio, which is probably the most important factor at the football. You want cheap price, large amount, and then quality of food in between doesn't really matter too much. Everything's about aesthetics. First off, I don't feel like branding wise anything should be called a pork shank. Maybe call it like a bacon chunk. You know what I mean? I feel like pork shank is quite an off-putting. It's like they've just, you know, waltzed up to a pig and went, yeah, and then just ripped a bit of the pig out and was like, oh, boom, cheese, bun, done. £4.80, please, mate. Life is all about branding. It really is. It really is. I'm going to say a no scran because I think cheese ruins it. I really do. I'm anti-cheese on random like stuff like this. It's so sickly. I don't think cheese should go with meat. That's what I'm saying. I think at no point should cheese go with meat. That's my cut-off point. I'm going to go no scran. Bombay sandwich, which is a Balti pie and a samosa with mint and chili sauce in a roll at FC United of Manchester. £3. What on earth is this concoction? Is it in a roll? I can't see the bottom of the roll. It looks like a pie with a samosa on the top and then just the top of a bun. What are they doing with the bottom of the buns? Now, you might be thinking, £3 bargain. You get loads of food and, oh, let's just put loads of random things together and see if it works. That might sound great, all right? That might look good on paper. That might be winning on paper. But you've got to think about the game, the beautiful game. And during the beautiful game, this is a mess. How are you meant to eat this? It's like that big. What are you grabbing? There's no bottom of the bun, it's just pie. So you've got to... What, you're going to hold it like that and go... How are you eating this? There's not a serious way to eat this. You'd have to take it apart and then what, you're just going to raw dog the bun and then eat the samosa with a fork and eat the pie with a fork. What's the point in presenting it like that? Ridiculous. There's no point in the bun. The bun is completely meaningless. It's a waste of food. And I'm just thinking about all the bottom of the buns. What they do with those, right? Are they just throwing them out? Vile waste of food. You think it's £3, you think it's good, it looks good, psych. It's a no scran on principle. It's just difficult to eat. Ridiculous. Ridiculous to have at the football. If you've enjoyed this very angry video about food at football, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get to 20,000 supporters for CCFC and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.